Hello, my name is Tony Tuma, and I'm here today to talk about relationships. And this is primarily geared to single women, and it could also benefit some of you married women um, to better your relationship with a man and to sustain the relationship or to keep the relationships. Today's topic: if a woman respects her man, she will not do certain things. Number one, stop listening to your girlfriend. Stop listening to your girlfriend. What do I mean by that? Some of you sisters you listen to and you are influenced by some of your peers, meaning your best girlfriend or your girlfriends. Most of them are not in a good relationship. Most of them have had toxic relationships, and most of them are currently in a bad relationship. So what kind of good advice you're going to get out of them? They're going to give you toxic advice, so don't listen to them. That's the first thing you need to do. Stop listening to your girlfriend unless there's a woman that you admire and she's in a stable relationship and she respects her man. Number two, the number two thing that you need to do if you want to respect your man, not being clear in your relationship when another man approach you. What does that mean? If you're out in the public or whatever, you and a man approach you, you got to be clear. But be kind and nice. If a man is interested in you, tell that man that you're in a relationship. Thank him for his approach, especially if it's a positive and pleasant approach. Just let him know right then that you're in a committed relationship. Number three, don't dress in a provocative way. What do I mean by that? Showing a whole lot of skin. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to attract other men? You should respect your man. If you look at it from a biblical standpoint, a woman, based on how she dressed, she's showing respect towards her man, which means if she want to show her body to a man, it should be to her man and not for the world. So if you dress in a provocative way, men are visual. So if you're going to attract men based on a lot of flesh on, so your body is for your man. Number four, a woman should not keep platonic friends. That means any guys that you used to have in the past, your running partners or whatever, you're going to have to cut that short. You could be friends from a distance. That means no calling, no texting, and no hanging out. If you're in a committed relationship, and especially this, if that man doesn't know about these other men, why are you going to keep it a secret from your main man? So cut off platonic friendships. And most of the time, let me tell you this, a lot of men that you have in the friend zone, they don't want to be in the friend zone. A lot of you women don't want to face that, but a lot of men that are in the friend zone, they don't want to be in the friend zone. Case in point, this is a test. You ask some of those men that are in the friend zone, will they sleep with you? Most of them would say they will. That's a simple test that you could do. Number five, don't contact other men asking for money. Don't contact other men asking for money. If you ask a man for money, more than likely he is going to want something on the back end. Some of you sisters, you think that money grow on trees. If you ask a man for money, he's going to want something in return. So I'm telling you, so don't be naive. Number six, don't accept gifts from men. Does your man know that you accepting gifts from other men? Don't accept no gifts from men. The only gifts you should accept from a man, if you have a birthday party, your man there or whatever, on something like that. Other than that, don't accept no gift from men, because men in general are going to always want something on the back end. Number seven, don't act foolish and disrespectful to your man in public. What do I mean by that? I mean behavior. Talking loud, cussing, getting drunk, getting high. And when you get drunk and you getting high, you're going to lose some of your logical thought process. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to embarrass your man in public because you represent your man. And don't argue or disagree with your man in public. If you disagree with him, or you wait till you get in the car or wait till you get at home to discuss that. Number 8, don't be controlling and make decisions for that man. What do I mean by that? There's some of you females, not all, but you have this masculine energy. You should be feminine. And if you look at it from a biblical standpoint, the man is the head and leader of the home. Especially some of you married women, you need to understand that the man is the head and the leader. You are like the neck. You support the relationship. Number 9, trying to change the man for who he is. Don't try to play like you God and you trying to mold the man into what you want him to be, because you probably need some work yourself. You're going to have to accept the man for who he is and not what he has, and trying to mold him to the perfect man. You cannot make a man perfect, sisters, because you're not perfect. So you either accept the man for how he is and give a man an opportunity to grow. He's going to grow. He's going to go negative or positive. But more than likely, if you have a good man and he have that headship leadership, he is going to develop into an outstanding man. Number 10, don't talk to your man like he's a little boy or belittle him. I'm talking about like if you got a little boy or a child, it's a different tone that you talk to your little boy than a grown man. And a lot of you are women, you have children. And you have to talk to a man with respect, and you can't belittle him. If you belittle a man, he's going to shut down. So watch your tone, how you talk to that man. Number 11, don't give ultimatums. What do I mean by that? Don't try to be the number one focus in that man's life. If that man believe in God and he got a purpose in his life, you should be privileged and joyful that you number 2 in his life. Because if a man understand his purpose in life and he's following God, he understand that, especially if he's married to you, you will be the second most important thing in his life. So don't try to be the number 1 in his life. God is in that position, especially if that man is following God. Don't get a man ultimatum. Number 12, don't play the victim. A lot of you women, when it comes to disputes and everything in a relationship, you may start out with something like, we need to talk. And a lot of men, they think this when a woman said we need to talk. They know that they be thinking about it's something that I did or didn't do. And a lot of time a woman like throw a whole bunch of heavy stuff on the man. And when he wants to respond or rebuttal it, she don't want to talk about her part. So be very careful, my sister. Stop playing the victim. And if you doing something wrong, and if you start off with we need to talk, remember you said we need to talk. So that means it's 2. It's you and that man. Once you put yourself out there, let him put himself out there. When he's talking, don't interrupt him while he's talking. And he should respect you while you're talking, because you're 2 mature adults. So be sure, do not play the victim. Listen to his side of whatever's going on. Number 13, don't tell inside business to other people. Whatever going on in your home, don't discuss it with outsiders. That means don't discuss it with your family, your co-worker, social media, or no one else. That between you and that man to resolve your problem. If you believe in God, make sure God is in the equation. That's the big thing I can say. Make sure God is in the equation. If God is in the equation, you pray. And then you discuss it among yourself, and don't put your business out there, because other people, they got different opinions. And a lot of people, they might not even like your relationship. They could be sitting on the sideline chewing popcorn, waiting for your relationship to fall, because they envious of your relationship. They are jealous of your relationship. And the final thing, if you are getting a dispute with a man, don't ever call the police. If this man ain't putting his hands on you, don't ever get the law into that, because what you're saying is Every time you have a disagreement, you want to call the law to try to control this man. You want to, and don't you realize sometimes when you get the law involved, that man could lose his job, especially if he's the only one working. If this man get locked up, he could lose his job. So you got to think before you act, okay? And above all, thank you so much for your time. I would like to thank all of you sisters as well as brothers for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I will be back another time with more content. Have a good one. Goodbye.